Hare Krishna. So welcome for the next session, reading session on Adhyatma Ramayana, Baala Kanda, the second chapter. So before we start, let's begin with the prayers to the Acharyas and the Guru Parambara. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Nananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So let's pray to Lord Ramachandra to get all his blessings and mercy so that we can read the Adhyatma Ramayana with full faith and devotion. Lokabhiramam pranaram kadhiram rajivanetram raghuvam shanatam कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये. Baala Kanda, the second chapter. The burdened earth approaches the gods for liberation and the Lord's assurance. Mother Parvati said, O Lord of the world, by your kindness I feel greatly pleased and obliged, while the sack of my doubts and confusions have been punctured. O Lord, my mind and heart do not feel contented by drinking. Do not feel contented by drinking the nectar like words dripping from your mouth, describing the essence or elementary truth about Sri Ramachandra. Words which are the remover of the fears of this illusory mundane existence. I have heard in brief the story of Lord Rama from your mouth. Now I want to hear it elaborately in detail. Lord Shiva said, My goddess, listen, I shall tell you the most secret and mysterious story of Adhyatma Ramayana, which was earlier narrated to me by Sri Rama himself. Now I am beginning the narration of that Adhyatma Ramayana, which is a remover of the three Traitaps, that is Adibhautik, Adidevik, and Adhyatmik kleshas. Listen carefully. By hearing it, the creature is liberated from the great fear induced by ignorance and delusion and achieves great fame, renown, and a long life as well as is bestowed with great sons and grandsons. Once upon a time, Mother Earth, who was weary and tormented by the burden of Ravana and other demons, took the form of a cow and, accompanied by gods and sages, went to the abode of Lord Brahma, the creator. There she weepingly narrated her tales of woes to Brahma. Then Brahma sat in meditation for one muhurta, which is approximately 48 minutes, and realized or knew by inspiration the way and means to end her torments and worries because he is all knowing or omniscient. Thereafter, accompanied by all the gods, Brahma took the earth with him and went to the shore of the ocean of milk, Ksheerasagara, which is the abode of Lord Vishnu. There he worshipped and praised Lord Hari, who pervades the whole world, is all knowing, disease free, is omniscient and most wise, with a most pure and humble voice, eyes filled with tears of joy and bliss, and a thrilled body, using a voice which was most pure, full of devotion, imbued with extreme delight, and was according to the sanction of the Vedas and consisted of holy hymns and Purana sanctified stotras. Then Sri Hari, who was as splendorous and radiant as thousands of luminous suns, manifested himself in the eastern horizon, removing or dispelling the darkness of all the directions of the world in the process. Srihari, who is the most difficult to behold by sinners and those who lack any goodness and auspiciousness, was seen by Brahma with the greatest of difficulties. His glowing, radiant complexion was dark like the sapphire worn by Indra. His face had a sweet, pleasant smile. His eyes were large and attractive like a lotus. He was adorned by a crown or a necklace, an armlet or bracelet, earrings, large finger rings, and other such ornaments, as well as was adorned with the radiance effusing from the footprints of sage Bhrigu and the Kaustubha money worn on his chest. Sankadi and other sages were singing his eulogies and had surrounded him from all sides. He was looking most glorious and resplendent with a conch, a disk, a mace, and a lotus, as well as the garland of flowers around his neck. He was adorned by a golden sacred thread and a pitambar, a silk and yellow body wrapping, silken dhoti, a silk yellow silk dhoti. He was accompanied by Mother Lakshmi and Mother Earth was Astrid Garuda, uh, Garuda. Seeing his stupendously beautiful image, Brahma began to sing his praise and glories with a throat choked with extreme delight and overcome with emotions. Brahma said, O Lord, I bow my head at your lotus feet, which are remembered and concentrated upon regularly by the seekers of emancipation and salvation, who wish to free themselves from the shackles of their deeds, both past and present, and which they do sincerely with their whole being, intellect and mind, heart and senses. You create, maintain, and annihilate this world through the medium of your delusory powers, endowed with the three gunas. But being an embodiment of supreme bliss and contentment, you do not get attached, involved, affected, or engrossed in it. O Lord, the purity of heart and inner self that is achieved by the devotees who are devoted and dedicated to you and have constant and unwavering love for your pure and holy fame and glories are not achieved by those who are darkened, perverted, wicked, and of a malignant and tarnished heart and inner self, in spite of their doing charities, studying scriptures, and other auspicious and noble deeds. Hence, those lotus like feet of yours, which are regularly concentrated upon by devoted sages and seers in their hearts, I have had a divine view of them so as to enable me to destroy the false and malignant tendencies of my heart and innermost and inner self instantaneously. Earlier too, we, Brahma and other gods have served these lotus feet of yours in order to fulfill our self-interest, while wise sages and hermits had constantly concentrated upon it in their hearts with the avowed aim of experiencing you firsthand. O Vibho, O Lord, though Lakshmi had found a place in your heart, she feels jealous and envious of a garland of tulsi leaf which is offered at your feet as if Tulsi was her co-partner or competitor. You have greater affection for the devotees who have devotion and respect towards your lotus-like feet than you have for Mother Lakshmi. That is why those devotees who have realized your essence and true nature have desire for your bhakti only to the exclusion of all other boons. Therefore, O Lord, let me have eternal, unwavering devotion and dedication in your lotus like holy feet, because for those deceased persons afflicted by the disease of this mundane existence, your devotion and worship is the only remedy. So Brahma beautifully explains the nature of bhakti and how pure is devotional service here. Brahma, who had been singing the glories and praises of Lord Hari as above, was asked by him, "What shall I do for you?" Then Brahma replied to him most delightedly, O God, Ravana, the son, grandson of Pulatsya and son of Visrava, is the king of demons. On the strength of my blessings, he has become extremely haughty and arrogant. He has created hurdles for the whole universe and has tormented the three lokas. An embodiment of welfares, well-beings, and all auspiciousness. I have destined his death in the hands of a human. Therefore, O Lord, you should assume a human form and slay the enemies of gods. The Lord, Lord Vishnu said, being pleased by the hard austerities and penances done by Kashyapa, I had given him a boon. He had desired me to manifest myself as his son. Then I had said, all right, and had accepted his proposal. Presently, he is present in the form of King Dasharatha on this earth. I shall manifest myself in his household in four distinct forms as his four sons in an auspicious and proper time from the womb of Kausalya and other two mothers. At the same time, my Yoga Maya will take birth in the form of Sita in the household of King Janaka. I shall take her with me and finish off all your works. Saying this, Lord Vishnu vanished from sight. Thereafter, Brahma said to the other gods, Brahma said, Lord Vishnu shall manifest himself as a human in Raghuvamsha. All of you should also reproduce yourselves as sons in the form of monkeys, and till the time Vishnu remains on the earth, you shall continue to serve him. Having thus ordered the gods and having thus ordered the gods and consoling the earth, Brahma went back to his abode and lived happily without any further worries. Here, all the gods assumed the form of most valorous and strong monkeys who were adept at fighting, using mountains and trees as their arsenal. They lived and roamed about here and there on this earth, waiting for the time when they would be needed to help and serve the Lord. So, with this, we come to the end of the second chapter of Baala Kanda. So, thank you so much for joining. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Adhyatma Ramayana ki jai. Veda Vyas ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.